Hey, welcome back to the garage. Today we are going to be removing these three panels. You only really need to do that if you're trying to get in under here or you're trying to remove your trunk. There's not a whole lot between here and the trunk panels for you to get into, so you don't do this very often. It's a very simple process, but I thought I would share it with you since I have to pull it off. We'll start with tools. You're going to want a Phillips head screwdriver. You need a body panel pin remover. You can do it with a screwdriver if you don't have one of these little guys. I'm going to use 3 little screw buckets. We are taking off 3 panels. I have one of these for each panel so that I know that all the screws for each panel go back. Overkill, but that's just how I am. This is covered on page 2-36 in your shop manual. So if you're gonna do it, it's right here. It's really easy. All right, so first we have to remove these side panels before we can remove the center panel. We have to remove 3 screws. There is one here, and one here. There are 2 extra screws you do not need to remove. Just the 3 that are raised are the ones you're going to remove. Now we have 3 body panel pins in here we have to remove. One here, and one here. The way you remove these guys is you push down in the center, and then you pull it up, so it's just a little clip. When you get it, it'll be flush like this. All you're doing is pushing down the center piece, and then it will just pull out of place. One more body panel pin to remove. It's right here. So below your trunk deck and above your side panel. Now, you got to be careful when you remove this one because it's going to want to escape on you. So pop your little pin remover in there, and then as you're pulling it out, just make sure you're trapping it so you can lift it out with your hands. We've got all our screws and stuff in a bucket, right? So we don't lose it if we drop them. There are 2 locking tabs back here holding this in, a couple of hooks down here, and a couple of locking tabs up front for alignment. So the only way to really get this thing out is to grab it by the front and then pop it straight back. It'll unlock on you and it'll just come straight out on you. So on the inside you can see the 2 hooks, the 2 locking tabs for the rear, and the 2 alignment tabs up front. Once you took all the screws out, that's all that's holding it in, so you can just pop it right out. So we've grabbed our other blue bucket, left trunk cover, page 2-36, put it over there. Just like the other side here, we've got 3 screws. We've got our body panel pins. And then we've got the 1 pin that's up front. Just like the other side, we're going to grab our fender up here, pull till it unlocks, then we just slide it off, and we can put it away. So all that's left now is the center trunk panel. There's 1 screw here and 1 screw on the other side. So we're going to pop these guys out. So we have our screws, seal them up in their bucket. Now to get this guy off, all you do is pull it back. Now be careful, there's a wire right here. You've got a tab right here you got to push in on. Push that tab in, pull it over, and you get your panel out. If you were to make a mistake, let's say, and accidentally close this, you will note you no longer have the push button to open your trunk with. This little bar right here is all you have to pop it with. So you just grab this bar and push it up on the back, like so. And your trunk will just open up on you. So you're not locked out of your trunk. So now we're going to put it back together, and it's just literally the opposite of taking it apart. This is not a very complex project. There are 3 tabs here that line you up, and then these 2 on the outside. So all you got to do is get it in the right spot here, Then you just want to hook your wire back up top, line it up, and then put your screws in. That's all for that part. It doesn't matter if you take the right side or left side off first, or you put the right side or left side back on last. They're independent. The only thing that matters is this has to come off last because you can't get to those two screws until the side panels are out of the way. So looking at our side panel, remember we have these two hooks right here. We have these three screws, and then these three are the body panel pins. And there's this little tab here and here, and then there's an alignment hole tab here and here. And then the last thing to remember is you got a body panel pin that goes right there. So you got to kind of line all this up. It's easier than it sounds. Just make sure that this goes over the top first. Then you just kind of slide it back in place and give her a tap in. That's it. Now we just got to put the screws on. So now I grab my left trunk cover bucket. I like to put the body panel pins in first. We need 3 of them down here. You just push these out like so, put it in the hole, push the middle down. I'm going to grab the screws. I like to do the body panel pins first because they are what's harder to align. The screws, there's a lot more slop on them. I've never really had a problem putting those bottom panels in unless I've taken the trunk off. Of course, the last thing to do is to put this body panel pin back in. So just grab it, pop the little center out, and put it in the hole, push it down until it clicks. That's it. Now we just got to repeat it on the right side. Put our body panel on. You want to put this tab over the top first to make sure it's in the right spot. And slide the rear in and tap the whole thing into place. You will note that you have to give a little more tap right there. Grab a right bucket, right trunk cover, page 2-36. And again, we just push the center up so we can get a hold of it, put it through the hole. I'm going to grab my screws. That's it. All 3 panels are back on. Just a reminder, I'm a guy in a garage, not a mechanic. This is a pretty easy task. Get your shop manual, get your buckets, your screwdriver, and you're good to go. So not a whole lot to do with this one. No real gotchas here, just be careful, don't drop anything, and if you don't feel qualified, don't do it. Keep your wheels down, have a good ride.